Yo, welcome back. We back again for the 99th time today.
99.
But that was Lil Simp with Missing You, you know what I'm saying, off his album. Going Through Some Things, Part 1. Y'all heard Lil Simp on the show before, you know what I mean? And we trying to get an interview with the dude, but we kind of are searching for him right now with schedules because his schedule is ridiculous. He got a lot of shows down in Tampa and Orlando, Miami, all that. So, you know, dude is busy. But we're going to get that dude on the phone pretty soon. Hopefully the phone. Really, I want him in the studio, but hopefully we can get him on the phone at least. But I have a question for Kiki and all of y'all right now. And I will blast this everywhere. This is like, it could be a week-long, 2-week-long conversation, everything.
So.
Now, it may not, but I know it will because just so y'all know, she is heavily in the sports like everybody, like all of us are.
Yes, sir.
So, what I'm saying here is, who would you rather on your team, Melo or LeBron? And don't be biased before I finish because of what LeBron's decision, and don't be biased because Melo is Melo. You know what I'm saying? Just who would you rather? And you could get y'all. Let me know who would you rather on your squad. And I'm talking Kiki right now. I'm gonna ask you that. So who would you rather out of the two? I knew it would be some pausing.
Huh?
I knew it would be a pause.
Yeah.
Because
I gotta think about it.
Because they gotta think, and my thing is that it's a quick answer to most of us. Now, as you said, before we got on, you know, she said that she likes Melo. That's her dude right there. Now everybody know Melo is he's my runner-up with Kobe as number 2. Now, Bosh was my number 2, but I've been really paying attention to Melo's game more and more these days. So he's like my number. I got 3 people in my number 2 slot, to be honest with you.
3 people at your number 2.
I'm sorry. I picked Kobe because he's a champion and because I've been watching him the longest. I'll say that. My number 1 is LeBron. Everybody know. I just liked his game from when he was in high school before he even got beefed up.
Okay.
I liked his game. But I'm not biased to that because I'll tell you. But go ahead. Did you come to something?
Right. I think it's a good thing to pause and think about it first, because I didn't want to go with, you know, my heart, which would certainly be Carmelo. But I think they're both, you know, fantastic. Yep. But I would have to go with Carmelo. It has nothing to do with him being, you know.
Why? And then I'll get into what I heard this morning. But why? And I'll get into mine first, and then I'll get into what I heard. Because, you know, the analyst makes sense. I might not, but...
First of all, basically the Knicks now are like, you know, kind of okay. Like, they're going to be all right. And basically because they got, you know, Carmelo. I mean, not to say that Amari wasn't doing his thing, but he certainly needed more help. And now that he has that help, like, they're actually getting work. You know, and they're getting work done. Like, when they beat the Heat, that was impressive.
Okay. So what I have to say to that as a defense, like I said, Melo, my dude.
Because I know you watched that game.
Oh, I was on the phone with you.
Oh, that's right.
You already know.
That's right.
The thing is, and I remember you and your dude was watching that, and I was like, man, I don't know what's going to go on. I thought they was going to win the whole time. You know what I'm saying? That the Knicks.
And everybody did.
No. I thought the Knicks was going to win. I thought the Knicks. The reason I'm saying that is because you got to think about it. Every single team goes at the Heat every single night like it's their last game. They go so because remember the Knicks just lost to the Cavaliers.
I mean, and they shouldn't.
They lost.
And they shouldn't because honestly, the way, you know, Dwayne Wade and not so much Chris Bosh, but I mean, you stood up there with him, and LeBron James this entire summer with all them shenanigans, you know, and spotlights and all of the lights like that. I just thought that was a bit much. And I feel like everybody kind of feels the same way I feel. Like, Okay, you three guys are together. It doesn't mean you're gonna shut everything down.
But see,
Kind of like that Chad Johnson and T.O. situation. Like they just thought Cincinnati was gonna be, you know.
But see, the only proven thing is that both of them have proved that they and Melo too have proved that they could do it by themselves. To be honest, but to be honest with you, when it comes to Melo, was nasty. Period. But Melo did not. He got his college squad that championship. Don't get me wrong. It's all Melo. Got Syracuse, but when he got to the NBA, Chauncey came out there, and then they began to be nice. LeBron went to the championship early in his career. He lost to the veteran Spurs. But look what he did with the Cleveland Cavaliers. The New York Knicks was already established somewhat this year. They were still in the hierarchy.
Yeah, but I mean, this like totally catapulted them. They moved things
off
the schedule to show their game. To show
That's
all
true.
Of their game,
That's true. But
so, and why is that?
That's true.
You know, if he went there and they were still bumming it up, that wouldn't be the case.
But back to the question of, that's what I'm saying. Back to the question of which one. The reason I said LeBron is because of all that he can do and all that he's holding back, because he has a one-sided mind. If you ever, I'm sure you know ball, so the coaches never really, they let him do what he wants.
Yeah,
whereas Melo,
most players in the NBA do what they want.
But see, what I'm saying is that they always let him do what he wants since high school. They know nobody ever told him, this is what you need to work on your free throws. You a big dude, you need to work on yourself.
And his jump shot, but you know why? Because this is what I think.
Mm-hmm.
He did not go to college. And not to say that you have to go to college and stay in college, but it's something about playing, you know what I'm saying, on a college level. I'm sorry, a collegiate level. It just makes you a different kind of person.
And I was just about to say that.
There you go. See?
And I was just about to say, but the thing I'm trying to say is the reason why I would put LeBron, I would say I would have him on his team, because ask New York if they could do it all over again, would they still not go after LeBron? Let's be real. Over the summer, they wasn't, oh no, forget LeBron. Let me wait for Melo. No, they were wanting LeBron. And if both of them were out at the same time, they would have picked LeBron still.
You're right.
So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, it's not just that.
But the situation with LeBron was a little bit more, you know, explosive over there. Like that Cleveland situation, like that was done.
Both of them is nasty. Don't get me wrong. I don't like what people say. Like people commenting on this on Facebook and all, and was like, well, look at the MVPs. It don't matter about championships or MVPs. I'm not talking about none of that. Okay? Because Kobe done did it. Kobe got 5. Okay?
Yeah.
But we all know 3 of those 5, Shaq. That's all I got. And I love Kobe, but I mean, let's be real.
Heard about that.
But the thing I'm saying about LeBron is just the fact he just has a combination that if he taps into what I think, and this is what I go into what the analysts, you in the DC area too, of course, Mike in the morning and all that.
Of course.
They were saying that they would pick LeBron also. It's not because of, forget all the hype that happened. We talking about just statistics and the way you play ball. Like that's what we talking about. So just his vision, his sense of the way he is, he could take over a game and beat you alone. Where I don't think that Melo could do that, but I think he has the potential to do it.
But the reason why I would take Melo over him is because LeBron doesn't believe in himself.
That's understandable.
That has a lot, and I don't care about him leaving Cleveland. I thought it was funny. I think they need to get over it. It is what it is, and he made a decision that he felt like would make him a contender for a ring. But does that make you a better player?
No.
And that's the issue that I had with him. If he was on my team and he's out here making decisions based on him getting a ring, that's not conducive to me. Carmelo just plays.
But see, that's because Melo learned from LeBron not to do that shit. You think everybody got to get why you think all the greats? Why you think that they drafted Pippen and got Rodman back? Because they wanted to win it. Everybody wants to win. Look at Kobe. Kobe said, if you don't get somebody out here, I'm gone. And they got Gasol. And then they got their squad together, and then they did better. When Shaq first bounced.
They didn't try to form like a super squad.
No, but the point I'm saying, they couldn't though. That is the reason why I like it, not just for black and minorities like everybody do, but just for the fact that they did that. Because they could. You talking about right now if Kobe, Melo, and Amari was all free agents, and they could have went to say the Lakers. You gonna tell me they would have said no? I want to have competition. No, they're gonna do what they could do it. They had the opportunity.
That they're two different caliber players, though.
But like Kobe, I think Kobe wouldn't do it. But Melo already said he wanted to get with somebody, and Amari said the same thing. That's why they got together and they looking.
I mean, but you can't. We can't. Amari's nice, but we can't put him in the same conversation as LeBron James.
No. But I'm comparing Melo and LeBron.
Dwayne Wade and. Like I said, it's just like the Cincinnati situation.
But what I'm trying to say is that if everybody thinks about, like, people don't understand what I'm saying when I say this. If you look at the 90s Bulls, that happened to fall together. It wasn't created. But my thing is that players are now not slaves like they were back then. They can now make the decision. Melo said, I'm going to New York. I want to go there, and that's where he went. He was traded, and I call it like cattle. He was traded like cattle, but he got to go to Hey, real quick, I'm gonna go to a song real quick. My fault, and then I'm gonna get right back at this.
$1 million dream, 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 $1 million dream.
That boy's only dreaming of money of all things. Renovated life, I ain't fucking with small change. I'm having nightmares, I'm closer to being legendary. With pockets looking like a presidential cemetery. I see a chick show her quick, I'm a great fella. But money talks, so that's probably what my bank tell her. $1 million dreams every night, shit's bad for me. Cause I'm only happy when I get mad money. Cash on my pillow, money sack spreads. Dollar bill sheets, 10 dimes in my bed. I need a dream reader cause I'm feeling kinda tense. I wanna make a profit, so it's gotta make sense. The money's on my mind every day, every night. I take whatever's left, cause to me it seems right. I'm always trying to get it, so it's on to the next scheme. Money make me come, $1 million wet dream.
So fuck a penny for your thoughts. Now when I wake up, you won't believe what I cost. Watch out, fire out the mouth when I set it off. When other rappers talk, all you see is the frost. More cars than Fast and the Furious. Life's so luxurious. Now I'm on the cylinders. We gon' have to hurry this. I swear to tell the truth. Someone tell me where the jury is. It ain't a dream, it's a vision of the future. I like the way I'll be living. I live it up now just to practice for what's next. You can find me at the top, but it might hurt your neck. Damn, there go my seats. No lullabies, but I'm about to go to sleep. I slip a dollar bill in the pocket of the jeans of $1 million man march full of Martin Luther Kings. $1 million dream, 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 $1
My $1 million dream is a pocket full of green. Leader of the team, you can call me Willie Beam. 16 bullies to these scenes. After this dream, you could go on Crown King. Sound the alarms, month, star. See me in the bright lights, buying up the bar. Setting up par, Tiger with the wood. Get it all black, Michael Knight to the hood. Life is so good when you got God in it. You know it's a hit when you got your side on it. Fame ain't nothing but a New York minute. Success is everything with New York critics. Don't need street cred when you got debit. With so much heat, I got a heat fetish. F it, go ahead and black out. Took my mini dream to the bank, then checked out.
Vamos.
My seat's in the building.